What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool are in talks with the agent of Jeremy Doku, the Belgian fast winger who loves Liverpool and Liverpool loves him. And according to various news outlets, the deal looks very promising. And Liverpool, if we sell either Shaqiri or Origi, we will move for Jeremy Doku. So let me know what do you think about this in the comments below. And also in this video we will have a major update on Mo Salah's contract situation and other Liverpool transfer news as well, so stay tuned. And if you are excited about these videos, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to say a huge thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring my channel for this month. OneFootball is the home of football, my favorite app. I've been using it for years. You can find all kinds of football news on there, and also you can find the stats, the latest transfer news. I have been going there almost every day checking the Liverpool transfer news because they combine the best and most interesting transfer news and football news. And you can find also interesting videos, stats, analysis, fantasy football tips and all kinds of interesting football related content on the OneFootball apps, and it's completely free. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to download OneFootball using the link in the video's description, and you support the channel as well that way. And the journalist Sasha Tavolieri has said, and I quote, "I can confirm Liverpool are targeting Doku, and that if everything goes well, they will go further in talks and in negotiations with Rennes. They are already in touch with Doku's sports agency regarding him, but they need to make space in their squad by selling players before making an offer. And Doku is a fantastic player. He would be a brilliant addition for Liverpool. It all depends on the price, because he only scored 2 goals last season, but for Belgium he looked absolutely fantastic against Italy. He started and he looked like a thorn in the Italy side, and he really was threatening many times. But it's just about the price. I think if Rennes ask for anywhere between like 35 million and 50 million, I would say no, but anything close to 30 million or below, I would take this deal. Because yes, Doku is a fantastic talent, but that's a talent. He's only 19 years old, and at the moment we would sign him as a backup player in the hopes that he could develop into a world-class player in the future. And the journalist also said that Doku is really happy in Rennes at the moment, but he loves Liverpool and Liverpool loves him from many years. We even actually wanted to sign him before he went to I think Rennes, and he even went to Liverpool to talk with Jurgen Klopp and to some Liverpool players. Doku said that in an interview previously, but he decided against moving to Liverpool because he wanted to go to a club where he can play regularly every week. And also the journalist said Liverpool can sign him without selling due to his age, as non-homegrown rules don't apply to players under 20 years old. So does them needing to sell Shaqiri or Origi first have to do with making space in the squad rather than Premier League rules? And the journalist answered, of course Liverpool needs to make space first before making a choice, before transferring a future offensive player. I heard also they could make the choice to let young players from the academy having their chance this season if a transfer is too complicated to do. The journalist said that Liverpool are in contact with the agency of Doku, and the agency has contacted Liverpool as well, so they know each other. So if they want to go further, the transfer could go pretty quickly. The big question is, can Jeremy Doku fill Sadio Mane's shoes one day? And the journalist said yes, Jeremy Doku has the style but also the ability to get to this level, but he needs to increase his capacity in front of goal and has to be more precise in the future. Of course he needs to get his decision making better. He needs to improve on that, because scoring only 2 goals is not enough. But I think that with only 19 years old, the world is at his feet. He has all the time in the world to develop into a world-class player, because he has all the attributes. He is very quick, very skillful, and he can dribble with the ball, he can go left, go right, he can go past people. He just needs to improve his finishing and his decision making in the final third. And that's the most, and that's the hardest thing to do. That's the most difficult thing to do. But with time and experience, he will surely develop. And yes, homegrown rules don't apply to Jeremy Doku because he's only 19 years old. But Liverpool already have Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota, Divock Origi, and Xherdan Shaqiri as backup forwards besides Mane, Salah and Firmino. Unless we sell Origi or Shaqiri, Doku is not coming in. But I think we are in talks with some clubs for the sale of Xherdan Shaqiri. That's why Shaqiri was left out of the recent squads from the preseason friendlies and also Liverpool's first game against Norwich. And also it's worth noting that Sadio Mane's biggest flaw when he joined Liverpool was his finishing. He wasn't as prolific as he became at Liverpool, and Jeremy Doku has the same issue. So Jurgen Klopp and Pep can fix this issue with Jeremy Doku. And also you have to take it into account that Liverpool actually flew Doku and his family over, and Jurgen Klopp told him that he can be the next Mane a couple of years ago. Doku is still only 19 years old and he has a frighteningly big potential, but as we said, he needs to improve on his finishing. And Jeremy Doku is a right-sided winger, and right now Mo Salah plays there, but imagine if Doku develops at the rate that we expect him to. We could have the right side sorted with Harvey Elliott, who is just 18 years old, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is only 22, and Jeremy Doku, who is only 19. These three players could play for Liverpool for the next 10 years. Of course, that hardly ever works out that way, but still, even if we sign Jeremy Doku for 35 million, his resale value would be sky high, because I'm sure that Jurgen Klopp will improve him in the next 4 years. And even if we sell him in 4 or 5 years or 6 years, Jeremy Doku will be still only 25, 26 years old at that time. I get why people are worried about his end product, but every time I watch Doku play, he always excited me. He took the ball and he ran with it at the defender, taking the ball to them and being very direct and very fast and dribbling. And his decision making, his finishing can be improved. He's still a kid basically. He's only 19 years old. He just turned into officially an adult. He's still a teenager. His decision making and his finishing can be improved with time, with training, and that's what Liverpool do, improve players. So I think that Jeremy Doku would be a good signing. And also it's official, Ben Davies has joined Sheffield United on a season-long loan. I feel a little bit sorry for him, but I think we signed him as an insurance policy, and he didn't make one official appearance for Liverpool. He played in pre-season, and now he is going to the Blades, to Sheffield United, to join Ryan Brewster. And I will watch Sheffield United quite a lot in the Championship, because I think with Brewster and Ben Davies we have two players there who I have a lot of interest in. And Ben Davies is still a Liverpool player, so we didn't sell him. He goes out on a season-long loan. And probably Jurgen Klopp didn't want to play him because he was playing in the Championship. He's now 26 years old, so I'm not sure if he could make it at the Premier League level, but definitely not at Liverpool. So the best that we can hope for probably is that Ben Davies has a great season at Sheffield United. They get promoted into the Premier League, and then Sheffield United sign Ben Davies next summer. So I wish him all the best and good luck to him at Sheffield United. And also another Liverpool youngster, Ben Woodburn, has joined Hearts, the Scottish club, on a loan for a 4-month loan, but they could extend it. There is a view to extend the 21 years old Hearts stay, according to the report broken by journalist Barry Anderson. Journalist claims that this loan deal will run until January, and then both Hearts and Liverpool will assess the situation. Ben Woodburn became the youngest ever goal scorer for Liverpool, and also the youngest scorer in the FA Cup for Liverpool when he scored against Leeds United, or the second youngest ever. But since then his development has been halted because he suffered quite a lot of injuries. When he went out on loan, he wasn't playing regularly, so he has been up and down recently, and he needs to play. And I think the Scottish League is a very good level where he can play regularly and really gain confidence. And probably Ben Woodburn will not make it at Liverpool in the long term, but at least we could sell him for a profit. We sent Ryan Kent first on loan to Rangers, and then Rangers bought him permanently in a good deal, so Ben Woodburn will probably follow a similar fate as well. And it's fantastic news that Andy Robertson shared a picture of him running on a training pitch. It's unclear whether he was training alone or already with the first team, but I think it's brilliant that Andy Robertson is now back up and running, and probably he will be fit for either the Chelsea game or after the international break. I don't think Liverpool need to rush him back, because Tsimikas has played pretty well for like 80 minutes against Norwich. And Paul Joyce posted a very detailed article on the Times newspaper regarding the Mo Salah contract situation, and I want to share that with you guys because I think it's a fantastic detailed update on the Mo Salah situation, which many of you guys have asked me about. So there has been no resolution so far in the contract talks, but it is a very interesting situation after Trent, Alisson, Fabinho, Van Dijk all signed contract extensions, and Henderson is also likely to extend his contract. Salah's contract is arguably the most important renewal for Liverpool, but it could be the trickiest as well. There is no concern, according to Paul Joyce, at Liverpool about the situation. Salah is earning around £200,000 per week, but with bonuses he would like to earn probably 350 to 400,000 pounds per week just to show his contribution to Liverpool. Remember that Salah scores the most goals and gets a lot of assists as well at Liverpool. He's the most important player. He's absolutely world class. And Salah's agent Rami Abbas Issa tweeted during the Norwich game, "I hope Liverpool are watching this," which is a very cheeky post, and I'm sure that it's a little cryptic, but it's a message to Liverpool owners that they need to up the offer to Mo Salah. Kevin De Bruyne became the highest paid player in the Premier League when he signed a new contract worth £385,000 per week, and probably Salah wants to be in that bracket. And Salah could earn around 300 to 350,000 pounds per week with bonuses, so probably his base salary will be between 250 and 300, and with bonuses it could go up to actually 350 or 400, and I don't think it would be a problem. I mean, Salah already scored 96 Premier League goals in 146 games, and in total he has like 125 goals for Liverpool. Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, earns £540,000 per week at Juventus, and over 4 years that's £112 million, which is an absolutely staggering figure if you think about it. And yes, Salah's camp can ask what they want, but if there is no agreement with Liverpool, then post-pandemic the number of clubs able to write these huge checks for these players has also receded. Probably Real Madrid and other clubs cannot afford to pay 100 million or 150 million for Salah plus his wages, so that means it's advantage Liverpool in the negotiations. These negotiations are always clearly more complex than simply giving the best player what he wants. The financial implications are felt throughout the rest of the squad. Even if Van Dijk and Alisson are now signed up for foreseeable future, there is no bottomless pit of cash available at Liverpool. So if Liverpool give too big of contract to Mo Salah, then other players could knock on the door and ask for similarly high wages. And Liverpool's wages have a 56% growth in the last 3 years. It has increased by £117 million, and I think that shows that Liverpool are really looking to extend as many big contracts for big players as possible and give them proper wages so they are not looking to move elsewhere. And of course the flip side to this Salah situation is that if Liverpool lose Salah, then they won't be able to replace him, because replacing Salah is near impossible. You would have to spend 150 million on Haaland or Mbappe, and even then there is no guarantee they would replicate Salah's numbers at Liverpool, which are absolutely staggering. He's scoring on average around 20 to 25 goals in the Premier League every single season. He won the Golden Boot in like 2 or 3 seasons already. Salah still has 2 years left on his contract, so this is an urgent matter for Liverpool. Liverpool need to agree a new contract with Salah this season, during the season, otherwise Salah will be looking at his options and he might do a Wijnaldum and want a huge paycheck at the end of his contract, so he could leave Liverpool in 2 years on a free transfer and then sign for somebody else on huge wages, and surely Liverpool want to avoid that at all costs. And Salah doesn't look like he's anywhere near like wanting to leave from Liverpool. He looks like a player who wants to stay here, who wants to win all the trophies, who break all the records. He wants to have the Golden Boot and all the adulation from the fans. So Salah started this campaign on fire, and also in pre-season he looked very, very sharp, even though he didn't score. But it's all about the competitive season, so let's hope that Liverpool can extend Salah's contract during the season. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.